I thought I'd show the cranes. I've never had them on display like this before, and I've been collecting them for well over 10 years now, and I've got virtually every crane I've ever wanted. Took a lot of tracking down to get these. The first model is the really nice Goliath crane, which is here, the Trix Goliath or Marklin. They do it in 2 rail and 3 rail. This is a non-sound version. They do a sound version as well, and they do it in 2 different colours, the red and the yellow. And this is the early version. I had the earlier Marklin protocol ship with DCC control as well, and it came with its control board where you could control a crane and a locomotive on a siding, isolated siding. You had full control over it, and you could screw that to your workbench area or control centre. Really good. Came with a polished metal base for the outriggers to magnetically attach to through the scenery or wherever that went underneath the trap. That, and you'd have the outrigger bases with magnets in there, and they you obviously magnetised to the outriggers, which are metal, and they screw up and down, and then that attaches to the base if you want a sturdy, knowing that it won't move around or fall over or anything like that. But it's just another method of security for the crane, because it is an expensive model. That had the original chip, which burnt out for whatever reason, and retrofitted a Lock Pilot V5, and with the help of a friend and another YouTuber with the wiring diagrams. That was quite a challenge to do, but that's all up and running at the moment now. It's all operational. The next one is a Roco, and I've lost the box for this particular crane. This is all original as it was when it came out of the factory. It's got the original light boom Roco part, which goes in on auxiliary 1 through the front cab there, and that works across all DCC control systems. And yeah, it's a really good model, that. But I've lost the box for it. I don't know where the box is. I don't know what the model number is. The next one along, this one here, is an older version of that, and that had the older digital chip, which was only compatible with much older systems like the Mars 2, etc. It won't work. This one would not originally work with modern control systems, so I retrofitted an EPCB from a company in Denmark, and I had a Locksound V5 installed on that crane with a tiny cube speaker and a custom sound file as well, which is not available on the ESU site as a specially made file. And that I added an LED on the light beam going in through auxiliary 1 or 2 through the cab there again. Another nice model which I've added. I've never added the outriggers on this model before. On these, you pull the buffers off and then you put the outrigger beam on and adjust the plastic outrigger up and down. It's on a plastic thread. It's a very, very simple system on that. It works alright. It's a really nice model. Yeah, the next model along is 46902 Professional range, which is a red crane. That's as new out the box, and it's never really been used, that one. It's quite a rare model. And yeah, that works. Again, that works on the older systems. It won't work on the Ecos. It'll only work on the older Roco systems with the joystick, etc., and the mouse too, and other systems like the Fleischmann Profi Bossa and the Fleischmann twin sensors. It'll work with all the old systems, not new ones, but still a very nice model. That's the control joystick box for all the Roco cranes. You can control 3 different cranes individually on this control joystick using the interface that it comes with. A very, very rare item to get hold of these now, because it's basically a computer joystick which has been modified, and it's got its own dedicated interface where the power runs through and controls the crane and the joystick movements. Really good. Next one along again is the yellow 73035 Roco skewing crane. Self-propelled crane with all the bells and whistles. It's got all the sounds, all the lighting. It's an absolutely amazing model, that can be worked with an Xbox One X controller, Xbox One controller, PlayStation 4 controller, and across all modern control centres and command centres. DCC. I'm not sure if it's Motorola, I'm not sure whether it's a Markland compliant, but that's another amazing model, which is all in full working order. I've had that for years now. That's a presentation box for the skewing crane, and it really is an amazing box. It's very sturdy, very well made, and the presentation box, when you open it up, is really nice. Get the crane there, get a weird screwdriver, display track, loads of accessories underneath there which I've never used. It should be really. And I just pulled out the receipt. I've had this in storage a while actually, and I cannot believe I've had this just over 4 years. 19th of the 11th 2020. I cannot believe it. I've had that crane that amount of time. Wow. Next one along is a Fleischmann 2820, which is the Robel, and that has the working high-ab on the back. Another absolutely stunning model, so well made. Loads of extra features and lighting and sounds on that model as well. Next one along is the Fleischmann 5019 rail crane. It's only a small model this, but I've detailed it a bit. I've give it a bit of a wash and put some light weathering on this crane, and it's all manual control, this one, but it works. It's a very nice model. It's got the counterweights on the back installed. I'm not sure whether they're metal, no, it's not, they're plastic then, but it's, like I say, it's hand wound with a crank on the side. It's a really nice model, that as well. Next one along is this one, 5097 Fleischmann. This has been out decades and decades, this crane. It's a fully hand wound crane, but it's so well made of all the support wagons and the counterweights which come off the support wagon and actually go on the back here. They hook on the back. It's got the winding key which slots in on the underside of the front wagon, and it's got some nice detail with the drums, etc. Yeah, really nice model. That's immaculate condition. That comes in a nice presentation box with a Fleischmann badge as well. And the last two are the Bachmann USA cranes, steam cranes, and these have got slightly oversized hooks, I think. The detail's not great on it, but they're still really nice cranes. They're nice models, they've got nice wheel sets, RP25 wheel sets and Cadee couplings. Got high quality wheel sets, and the actual mechanism of the winding, it works very nice the way it's all done on the ropes and etc. They are really nice cranes, nice models, but I am going to weather these up slightly, give them a light weathering on the lower bogie areas and the lower wagon frame areas, and maybe a bit of a wash on the top. I'm thinking of doing that. But that is it really, that's the whole collection of my cranes. I'll show a couple more which I've got, other digital rail cranes now. The other one is the Trix Gantry crane, which the Marklin and Trix versions are exactly the same, there's no difference. And they did quite a few different yard cranes, coal shoveling cranes, loads of different variants. And this came with a dedicated Logitech controller, which was set up on its own interface, which is underneath the baseboard. And that is all self-contained and self-powered. I use rechargeable batteries on this to power that, which takes its own power from a separate power supply. I'll just show the unit underneath the board. That's for the Trix Gantry crane, which is the interface unit, and that wires up to the power supply on the right hand side. So that's all self-contained. That starts flashing when it goes into operational mode, and we've got the boom light on top of there, cab light, really nice model. Now this is the other crane I got, which has been in storage. It's a 41290, and this came part as a scrapyard set with all the wagons, the track, everything, scrapyard cars, and this was sold separately. Picked this one up quite a few years ago. This is all full working order. Comes with a magnetic, electromagnetic pickup, which I'll just show. That's the electromagnetic pickup, so I can pick up metal scrap and drop it off. This, you know, via auxiliary 1 or 2. That plugs in on. And then you can also put a magnetic shovel on there as well for picking up gravel. Really nice model. And it also comes with the roller shoes with the bearings with the wheels on. I think obviously there was some sort of track mechanism. You could connect them to the end of here and have it running along a track. I don't know how that works, I've never seen that from Roco. I don't know whether they actually ever made it or not. And last but not least is the lattice crane from Roco. Sitting on the far side of the turntable yard, and that's been heavily weathered. I think I went over the top with the weathering on that. I wish I never went so far with it, but I had 2 of them at one point, but I've just got that one now. And that, it's all working near enough. But another very nice model. And that's it for now. Just thought I'd show those cranes anyway. Well, I've got them all out because I've never actually got them out and displayed all the rail cranes like that. Just thought I'd show the other stationary cranes. I think the last crane, I've got a couple of other yard cranes, or whatever you want to call them, from Herpa, the container crane, which is that one. And there's another Artitech, beautiful Artitech shovel crane, bucket crane there. I think that's about it, crane wise. Oh no, there's one more crane which I've not shown. I'll just show that now. Oh yeah, the last crane on the list is going to be the Libra construction crane, which sits on top of there, all metal construction. It's got really heavy base weights on there, which are solid steel, and it's quite a nice model. I've never had it on the layout because it looks out of place, but I just do like it. Just sat there on top of the desk. So that's it for now. Until the next video, thanks for watching.